Good morning, everyone. Today is March 9th, 2026. It's 8:30 Eastern, 8:32 Eastern. And we're going to be jumping right into the charts. Here we go. So hang on 1 second while I finish kind of getting set up, and then we'll start looking around. Okay. So, let me know what you guys are thinking today. I will be trading on my real account now. If I take a loss today, I will probably be back below the threshold, just FYI. So then I'll be just trading Sim again for a day or two, and then maybe at some point after that, I'll have more money to send to take another trade. But yeah, we'll just take it one step at a time here. But that's the plan. Just gonna stick to the plan, and when I'm above the amount needed, I'm gonna trade live. So I will be trading live today. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing good. Man, that's crazy. Here we go. Yeah, so we should be good to trade either one con or two cons or whatever we need, or even three cons if we needed. So yeah, we'll just go top down here and really get an idea of what we got going on. We have no news today. Let's show my other screen here. No news. So let's go ahead and post that. But yeah, how you guys doing? Let me know what you guys are thinking. And we'll get right into analyzing in just a second. So, all right. Let's open up my journal. So we just formed True Month Open, right? That's something to consider. Is that just happened? So let's put the date, March 9th. I need to put my phone on silent. Hold on. All right. Okay. So Monday, March 9th, Monday. Whoops. You trading today? Yep. I am officially able to trade on the real account. So if there's something good and I like it, I'm going to execute it according to plan, and it will be a real trade. So, yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see if there's something good enough, But, yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. Yeah, you can see I have the live account set up here. So I'm ready to go. If I do take a loss, I will likely have to go back to trading on Sim for a day or two, and then I'd be able to take another trade later on. But we'll just have to see how this goes. All right, so we will see. But this is just my plan. It's been my plan for a long time, so. So yeah, but we gotta figure out what we got going on. We gotta go top down, really get an idea of what the market wants for today. So with that, let's just go ahead, and we should be good to trade either one con, two cons, three cons, honestly whatever we need. So which is really nice. So okay, let's go top down. So starting out on the daily chart, dang, we really took all that liquidity, huh? That's crazy. Did we get SMT? That's my first thought. There's SMT with ES with this low. There's also SMT with YM with this low, and YM with this low too. That's something to consider, guys, as we do have SMTs. So what is this? Yeah, I don't know if it's a significant SMT, but there's definitely possibly SMT here, right? So it's the first thing I'm noticing. It's a 3-month SMT. So that's the first thing I noticed. Once again, sometimes you just kind of go off of what you notice, right? Just when you do top down, just kind of like, okay, here's first thing, here's second thing, here's third thing, right? Because I don't know, sometimes your brain just kind of needs to warm up, and then eventually you start to get in the flow. So SMT with, there is an SMT with the high time frame low, right? Once again, sometimes your brain just needs to warm up. If it's not perfect, if your analysis isn't perfect, that's fine, but it's better to just get started and looking around. So we have a weekly for value gap here, right? In all honesty, I would mark it out like that, kind of use it as my weekly implied gap, right? My version of implied gaps. And we honestly formed a pin bar with this SMT, so something to consider. Let's see if the SMT indicator alert brought this or had this pulled up. It's not, but yeah, we did get SMT with this low. It's like honestly a 3-month SMT, so. But yeah, we do have a pin bar here, possibly forming on the daily chart. We already formed one on the 12-hour chart. So yeah, 12-hour pin bar. That's the next thing I'm noticing. Do we got any new day opening gap or new week opening gap? Nothing that goes back far enough. But we have this weekly volume imbalance. Once again, just kind of getting information. Like, in all honesty, like, even if your analysis isn't perfect with just like what you're marking up, it's just good to get your brain flowing, you know? and then just go top down. It really is. So honestly, we could end up using this. It's possible. Like I said, even if your analysis isn't perfect, it's just good to get your mind flowing. And you can see we swept out these 3-month lows as well. So I'm not sure if 3-month lows are important, but they could be. I guess it's quarterly lows, huh? Every day I get a little better. I'm like, are quarterly lows important? I don't know. Probably. So there we go. So let's just go top down. Looks like, yeah, we'll just have to see. We don't have an internal sweep yet, really. Right? That's not necessarily ideal, right? So consider that. What's up, Jake? Locked in already? Yeah, bro. Well, we're just getting started. The analysis might not be perfect, but the reality is we just got to get our mind flowing, and even if it's not perfect, then we'll just keep adjusting and but it's good to just when you get up just to start flowing. So we'll see where we go with this. But yeah, locked in here. So like I was saying, there's no internal sweep of this low, so something to consider. And I do take that into consideration because genuinely, you know how many times they get wrecked for not waiting for some kind of internal manipulation. So something to consider, right? Once again, it is my version of implied gaps, but if we measure it out just like this, it is a real true weekly fair value gap, and this might be somewhat nice to put a gradient on because we're very close to the actual weekly gap here, right? So I would just go like this. Probably just put quarters on this thing. Yeah, weekly gap here. So these quarters of this weekly gap, we do want to pay attention to these. And we want to pay attention to the high and the low. We're just gathering information. We do have a bearish SMT with that high. But yeah, another reason I gotta be so locked in this morning is because we are trading the real account if the opportunity presents itself. And so, yeah, I mean, it's important. It's important that I be locked in for that. It's important to be locked in all the time, but especially if I'm trading for real. And guys, if it's a loss today, then I will just have to go back to waiting. Probably cut another couple days until I have enough money in the account again to take another trade. So, but either way, it's all good. I'm just gonna keep showing up. That's the plan. That is the plan. So yeah, this is a weekly, just a regular weekly for value gap, and we want to have this marked out for this whole time because it stays relevant. It really does. So there you go, weekly for value gap. Right. Marking out quadrants of weekly gap could be helpful as we're trading near to within it. So we did end up getting a inversion out of to the downside off of this. Looks like this is almost somewhat of a Venom type thing. Right, where we have boom, boom above this high. Looks like this is high of the week. We ended up getting SMT with high of the week here. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, just gathering information, guys. Once again, this is our new week opening gap. We gapped down 200 points this week. Crazy. Have this weekly volume imbalance marked out from a long time ago. I think this could be relevant. You can go to the weekly chart to find that. And yeah, so honestly, we'll just have to see here. Let's kind of just mark out draws on liquidity, I guess. I think that's fair. It's fair to do next. We did get this inversion, change to delivery type thing. We got SMT with this high. Not with ES. What about with YM? Not with YM either. Interesting. Anyway, we're just gathering information here. It's all just gathering information at this point right now. So and yeah, I know my analysis might not be perfect right now, but we're kind of just going with the flow, going with what I see. And let me know what you guys are seeing. I want to hear your thoughts. Like I said, it's a pin bar on the daily chart. Once again, here's that weekly volume imbalance. call it a new week opening gap if you want. It's basically the same thing as a new week opening gap. It's just the close and the open might be very slightly different from a new week opening gap because the daily chart uses 16 o'clock, and the weekly and the new week opening gap uses 17:59 or 16:59. We might end up forming an outside bar here to the downside. Could be interesting. Okay. Okay, honestly, I don't want to look at this weekly gap right now, so move out of the way. I want to look at something else. Oh yeah, we're going to look at draws and liquidity. So let's figure out what highs, what lows do we got above and below the market. So we got Asia low, London low, high of the week already taken. So we got London low below. We got Asia low below. We're actually reutilizing an old previous week's low here. S&T. And high of the week was kind of the draw on liquidity to the upside, and that was already taken. So I guess we got high of day here. So we got high of day above, we got London low below, and Asia low below. Those are our draws on liquidity, basically. Once again, just getting back into the flow. Sometimes you don't have perfect analysis, especially after a weekend, but you kind of just got to get back into the flow and just try your best. So high of day, London low, Asia low. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to hear your thoughts. Remember, we do have this as a giant void. So sometimes the market does like to come fill voids like that. And Asia below, high of day above. Looks kind of like this is accumulation a little bit. Let's mark out true opens. This is actually true month open, funny enough, actually. So this is going to be true month open. And true week open, we want to refer back to last week's true week open. At least that's what I do. And we are below that because it's a Monday. We don't have a true week open yet. So 18 o'clock, we got that above us. Once again, let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to hear your thoughts. We're below true month open, below true week open. Where's true day open? True day open right there. So we're above that. And 7:30. Once again, guys, if there's nothing obvious, obviously I just sit and do nothing. But once there is something obvious, I execute, right? And I won't be afraid. If it lends to my back testing, if I like the trade, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, so London low below, Asia low below, high of day above. What's your overall bias? I don't know yet. I'm just kind of still getting warmed up to the charts. I know I've been on the charts for 25 minutes, but sometimes there's just not nothing light bulb that you're. Sometimes I'll go on the charts and be like, oh dang, I know exactly what the market wants. Today I'm not like that. But what about you? Are you seeing anything you love? I'm not. I'm not sure yet. That's just because sometimes you just kind of get warmed up to the charts and then you kind of figure it out as you get warmed up. $7.30 is right here. $7.30. We actually just got SMT with $7.30. That could be very bullish. That could be very, very bullish. We're getting SMT with $7.30. And we're also below $7.52. That could definitely be bullish. And I like the fact that this kind of accumulated and then it's like a fake manipulation, real manipulation, and then maybe we go higher. That'd be an interesting idea, honestly. But we do have bearish SMT with this high of the week here. But it looks like we're kind of getting a pin bar off of this low here. Here are true opens. We could be getting SMT with $7.30 to the upside, which could be bullish. Yeah, sometimes you just gather information and you go with what you see. So yeah, I'm liking this SMT. It looks like this might be a 90-minute SMT actually. Or yeah, well, I guess 90-minute true 90-minute SMT would have to be with that low, but still. Any new day opening gaps? Let's turn this up all the way, bro. Let's turn this up to like 50. I want to see like going back all the way. Do we have any new day opening gaps? We have a new day opening gap here. Let's go back 100. Yeah, I was thinking there might be one here. You see the market still, like, it refers back to the top of it and stuff. So we have the top of this new day opening gap from like 50 days ago. What is this? Do we get a PSP there? We have a PSP with YM right here. Below 7.30. So we got... That is really, really interesting. That could be definitely bullish here. Because we just got this precision swing point. With YM. Off of this new day opening gap, souping 7.30. You're leaning more bullish. I'm starting to lean more bullish too with seeing how we're getting SMT with 7.30. Right, so we're getting SMT with 7.30 here, and that is usually pretty bullish. And we just got a precision swing point with YM off the new day opening gap. We probably use consequent encroachment as well. And this new day opening gap is from like 50 days ago. Look at that. We used the 0.25 of a new day opening gap from 50 days ago. And you have to wonder. It's like oh my gosh, it's so crazy. It's like that is insane. That's this new day opening gap from like 80 days ago, and it's being still used. It's actually kind of like genuinely mind blowing. The 0.25 of this new day opening gap gets used here. Nah, that's insane. So anyway, 0.25 being used. Point, or is this what I consider this the 0.75 or the 0.25? I guess maybe the 0.75. So yeah, this looks kind of bullish a little bit. So yeah, PSP off this NDOG. You could refer to this as a seal of FA, but usually I like to see seal of FA be with like a smaller NDOG. But I really like that we got SMT below 730, tapping this NDOG. So you can see that if you had entered off of this PSP, you would probably be up 3R already, and it might just continue. So I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot that. But it is interesting, right? So we have this PSP with YM manipulating 730 with SMT. Something like this could possibly play out, and you could consider it seal of FA, but usually I like to look for a more direct usage of a NDOG or NWOG. I don't know if it could work out, but we'll see. This is now maybe gonna inverse here, but yeah, 5-minute precision swing point. This looks very bullish the way we're getting. Honestly, I'm not opposed to going in with an inversion for value gap here, but we do have an external gap. I do really like this though with the precision swing point. This is gonna inverse here. I love the accumulation. I love the manipulation below 730, tapping this new day opening gap. This might be worth taking, but yeah, we just got this. So this definitely could be worth taking. Honestly, I think it is worth taking, but I don't know. I don't know. If I don't love it, I'm just gonna. I do love it, but it's just. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not 100%. I'm not 100% sure, so it's all good. But it very well could play out. This 5-minute IPG very well. It's just, here's the thing, guys. I like trades that are just clear LRLR runs. Is this an LRLR run? No, it's not. It's not really. It might play out, but I don't know. I'm not. There are better trades than this. I just don't really feel the need to take this, even if it does work. I just don't feel the need to take this. Because it's just not my style of trade. Draw on liquidity, not clear enough. And what might end up happening is if this fails, it might have actually been accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution back down. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think one thing's clear at this point is that this is accumulation, right? This looks like pretty clearly accumulation. And with that in mind, I think we got to do range projections with this, right? That's the clear thing to do here. So we might be reusing the precision swing point, right? So it could be reutilizing this. It still might play out, guys. You guys might be like, "Oh wow, that was terrible." Like, well, yeah, but it still could use this precision swing point. But there's a reason I didn't take it. It's just because it's not an obvious LRLR run. It's not a great trade, but I think it could play out, you know. But because the reason I say that is because we manipulate 730 with SMT. That's one of the strongest. That's one of the strongest confluences in the market, in all honesty. And now we're retesting the PSP. So. So retesting the PSP, like I said, this could play out. But nothing that I'm gonna take, right? I don't want to. Oops. And very well, if it wants to be bearish, it very well could be, because it could be AMD to the downside, right? But just observing this, right? Because if it's retesting this PSP, this could play out. But once again, there ain't anything super obvious to me right now. So it could fail. Does that make sense, guys? We do leave equal highs. Oh yeah, I was going to look at range projections. So let's go ahead and look at range projections, right? So we have a very obvious accumulation range. These type of ranges are really, really good to do range projections on. So let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, like I said, I said this still could play out, right? Y'all were probably like, "What are you saying?" Well, now you can see what I was saying, right? It still had the chance to be playing out, and it is. So you can see the retest of that precision swing point is driving the market up now. So once again, range projections here. Let's go ahead and do these range projections. We did not even go one projection above. That is weird, in all honesty. So yeah, the retest of the precision swing point did play out. It's really interesting. So we got one projection up here. We got one projection down. Once again, guys, I'm only going to execute when something is clearly aligned with my backtesting, right? But you know, the reason range projections can be so nice is just because it's basically just premium and discount. Like if we manipulate one side, we should distribute like two projections of the other. That's kind of the idea with the range projections, right? So we're just gathering information here. Whoops. Once again, let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to hear your thoughts. We use another reason I like this is we use the 0.75 pretty clearly of this. Here, range projections. So once again, guys, I'm really just waiting for something clear and obvious. This, like I said, very well had the chance to play out. So far is. Now we want to look at how we're interacting with these quadrants of this weekly gap here. You can see though how the market really does use these quadrants. Look at the 0.75 of this quadrant here. And you can see how precisely the market's still using a new day opening gap upper quadrant from 50 days ago. And so anyway, we got a precision swing point there. We inverse this gap. I told you guys this might play out, and this did play out. I don't have any regrets. It just was not obvious enough to me with the external gap above, but it did kind of seem like AMD to the upside, and I did say that. Right? So the retest this precision swing point off this new day opening gap is now up 2R. So if you took that, good job. And we'll probably go 4R here, if I had to guess at this point. Because now we're about to inverse this. So this what's it called? Seal of FA, right? We get a precision swing point off a new day opening gap is playing out. So yeah, honestly, what the crazy part about this is if you got in right at that PSP creation, the initial one, if you got in right at the PSP creation, what are you up now? You're up 8R. from the PSP getting made. That's really cool, right? You guys see what I'm saying, right? If you got in, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. But like, I wasn't sure, so I didn't take it. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. But it is cool that I called it. Um, we are up 8R from if you got in right at that PSP getting created, which is so cool, right? The power of taking a precision swing point off a New Day opening gap, especially one that takes 730 with SMT, is really powerful. So yeah, like I said, from the New Day opening gap high, we are up 7 or 8R. Or from the precision swing point close entry, we're up 8R. Once again, though, I'm not super certain right now of anything, so I'm just sitting on my hands. I think there's no reason to take a trade right now. So, from the PSP close, that's already 8R. I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick. So yeah, once again, that was a seal of FA, but it was kind of a weird seal of FA because usually with seal of FA, so if you don't know what it is, it's something I discovered where basically you get a pin bar off a New Day opening gap or a New Week opening gap. If it's just a regular pin bar, you enter on the close. It's just I call it hand of FA. If it's a precision swing point, which means the pin bars diverge in color, then I call it seal of FA. But one thing that's different about this one is this New Day opening gap is pretty wide, and usually we'll just interact with the whole thing, but in this case we really only interacted with this 0.75. So I did not have conviction because I didn't know for sure how the market was going to interact with that, and I still don't. I still don't really know. So once again, just kind of gathering information, right? It honestly might turn super bullish. So especially if we come down and sweep out the low here. Let's just bring this back because I want this kind of out of the way now. Look at the way we interact with that end dog low, by the way. I feel like we haven't gathered all the information that we should yet either, which is something that I don't love. I should have probably kept looking around, but I got distracted with that, the way we manipulated 730, which is okay. It was an interesting idea. You know, at the end of the day, we're kind of just market observers, and we watch price and let the market show its hand. We ended up getting at 845 closure back in this range as well. I wonder if that's a precision swing point. No, but it's definitely definitely a good close. So this is also, let's just take this as just like for what it is. This is also a 15-minute fair value gap. So consider that for what you will, right? Should have noticed that a long time ago, but here we are. Once again, midnight did get manipulated to the downside. I don't know. I think I'm leaning bullish, but we'll see. We obviously accumulated here got SMT here into the bottom of this fair value gap. We might end up having a propulsion block here where this is an OB, this is a PB, and then if we get a low time frame change in state, this could become a propulsion block to the upside. So if you'll want to take that, go for it. Let's see here. So this, is this a 22-minute SMT or a 90-minute? I don't know. I feel like there's a little too much on my chart right now. We're aware that that's accumulation. We've got the range projections already, so. So honestly, we are very possibly looking at a 15-minute, 1-minute market maker buy model with the manipulation of 730 here. We could turn off the SMT indicator for now. This was a what? I think this was a partial 90-minute SMT. Honestly, I think I'll just call them 90-minute SMTs, but yeah, we'll still mark it out. Yeah, partial 90-minute SMT, and now we do have a propulsion block. We do have this 15-minute FVG. True opens manipulated. Yeah, I could see us going higher for market open. Maybe. It kind of depends, but let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to hear your thoughts. But yeah, 15-minute fair value gap. We probably used a hidden interbank price point. You can see there, right? That's a hippo. Using the high of that end dog there. Looks like we inverse this 15-minute to the upside. That's kind of bullish, right? The 15-minute did inverse to the upside here. It very well could be a market maker buy model here. Yeah, I'm waiting for market open here. But this very well could be a market maker buy model where this was accumulation. Here's our higher time frame PD array, the 15-minute gap, manipulation below 730, and then we might get distribution up. Especially with this kind of being an OB, this kind of being a PB. We have dug at this point pretty deep into the PB, which is kind of a little weird, but I don't know. I think it still could play out. Right, so this being OB, this being PB, right? So we could be looking at this like type of market maker buy model, but I'm not doing anything. But it could be, right? be a 15-minute, 1-minute market maker buy model using this, using this 15-minute FEG as the higher time frame PD ray. And honestly, guys, it makes sense why we're rejecting this, because remember, this was a 15-minute gap, external gap. So it actually makes a lot of sense. So if this is a 1-minute propulsion block, I would want to see my Dynamis model play out to the upside off of it, meaning 15-second inversion or change in state off of this. We have gotten that at this point, right? So maybe this is Dynamis, but I'm not. We'll see. We'll see. We might need to sweep this low, or we are just bearish and I'm completely offside, because now we've manipulated true opens to the upside. Let's go ahead and look and see if we have the 22-minute true open. We should. Yeah, we do, probably, almost certainly. Yeah. What? $9.22. 922 is the new 90-minute one, and then 928 is the new. Okay, I might maybe be prepared to take something if we get something at market open. We're forming bullish SMTs. There you go. I don't see an outside bar. I'm not taking anything. I don't see an outside bar. I don't see... Oh, wait. What's that? Oh, we do have a 5-minute outside bar. Whoops. 32 seconds. We have a 5-minute outside bar. Okay, I like this. So I'll enter with 1 con if we get this. Oh, this is really good.
Order filled.
Alright, definitely going to go break even now. Okay, I'm going to take all off at the high of day. Or I'll replace it with the trailing stop. I don't know.
Order filled.
Alright. Boom! Just made $129, baby! Woo! W's in the chat. W's in the chat. I could have held it longer. I know. I don't really care to. It's fine. Alright, I'm going to be done for the day. There you go. Bro, the Cantina, what's it called? The Cantina kill shot, bro. Literally just made the video on that the other day. Would you look at that? And I know I could hold it further. I don't, like I said, I don't really care to. It's fine. I could take another trade later today, but for now, I'm going to be done. I'm content. I'll keep tape rating though, but that was a really good trade. That was That was an A plus plus trade right there. Hey, W's in the chat. Thank you, bro. Thank you. If you don't know what I just did, go watch that video I made on the Cantina kill shot. I just made the video. I told you guys. I told you it's goated. It's exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for that. And not to mention, it fit in with the model that we just framed. We framed this whole entire model where we had a precision swing point. We already knew this was likely going to be where Smart Money already got their entry. And I mean, at this point, then we just got a order block, a propulsion block. And we got an outside bar delivering from the propulsion block. This could not have been more obvious. And I think we'll probably keep going higher, but I don't need to take anything more than this. This is all I need. And I already, it's a good trade, I'm happy with it. I'm content. But yeah, it fit in with the model. We had an order block, we had a propulsion block, we manipulated the true opens, manipulated 730, obvious accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Yeah, I think this was A plus plus plus. This was just, and then not to mention the signature on this outside bar is just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. Look at the signature on that. Tiny little baby bar, and then massive, huge outside bar with a thanks for liquidity wick, manipulating all the true opens, digging into this propulsion block, which also the propulsion block dug into the order block. Once again, we'll probably keep going higher, but there's a reason I took profit where I did, right? You guys understand that. I know we'll probably keep going higher, but sometimes, especially if I had two cons, okay, don't get me wrong. If I had two cons, I'm all for leaving another con to go, right? But we don't. We don't have two cons. I had one con. With one con, I have to be able to just take profit. I mean, genuinely. So if I had two cons, let's see. We probably have more draws on liquidity over here. You could go for the NWOG fill if you have two cons. But once again, I'm not. I only have one con, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah. And what if you could even have gone for like here? But like I said, I'm not. It's all good. I don't really need to do that. So now we're inversing to the upside here. I'm happy I took a win because that means that I can keep trading on live in the next few days, and I don't have to go back to sim. So, but yeah, now we're possibly inversing this back up. I'm gonna go on a little walk. I'm gonna close out of my live account, and then yeah, I'm gonna go on a little walk here. Hyper's bearish now. Yeah, and that's totally valid because now we just took high of the day again, so it very possibly could be bearish. All right. Exit at market and close. Because there's also no more. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I closed out of the trade here. Exit at market and close. And then I'm just going to close trade of 8. I'm going to go on a little walk now. So, GG's, guys. GG's. Where's my phone at? I'll probably be done for the day, but we'll see. We'll see. You shorted MQ. Nice. You're looking at an OTE entry for what? Shorts? Yeah, I'm gonna have to reframe and just I'm gonna completely get everything off my charts and then actually not everything. I want to keep some of those higher time frame gaps, but at this point I will be reframing and getting a new idea for what I think is gonna happen. So yeah, completely reframing everything now. That was an awesome 15-minute, 1-minute market maker buy model. Very obvious accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Once again, if you guys ever see SMT with 730, just know that that's one of the strongest confluences in the market, and don't underestimate it, because when I see SMT with 730 with a liquidity sweep, I know, okay, we're probably gonna expand. So yeah, low key, Hyper was kind of right here. The market very well turned bearish. I closed out a trade of 8, by the way. You can see it's not even open because, I don't know, I'm very happy with that win, and I think that I'll just be done for now. But, I don't know. Like I said, unlimited break-evens and wins. If I see something absolutely beautiful, I could open it back up, but I don't even want to have to think about that right now, and honestly, I think I'll just be done, most likely. So anyway, we're gonna have to kind of like reframe everything once again. I might actually go get some water real quick. I'll be right back. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll just go. Let's see. Where do we even go from here? Let's see. So, yeah, at this point, once again, same accumulation range, but this could now very possibly be accumulation, manipulation, distribution to the downside. Right? It's the same exact accumulation range being used again, but very possibly for AMD to the downside. And now we just got a change in state. So this 5-minute change in state, we manipulate all the true opens, is not bad, right? Could possibly play out. Let's actually measure out accumulation like this. And now you can see that we went 2 projections of that. So 5-minute change in state, just FYI, if you wanted to take this, right, you could. But I'm not taking anything for sure. But this could play out. I'm gonna get out Discord and so I can continue making notes. So yeah, something like 3 projections to target this L or LR could very well play out. So once again, 5-minute change in state. I might put this in trade callouts actually because I like this. We have SMT here. Dang, bro. Well, I was gonna put it in trade callouts. I'm a little late though. We're still, honestly, we still have respected it. Like, look at the way we perfectly backtest that change in state. So we're still holding this. So yeah, you can see all the true opens were manipulated. We have clear accumulation, manipulation of high of day with SMT, and now 5-minute change in state to the downside here. So that's cool. That's cool. If these, I don't think these bullish SMTs will hold, but they could, but I don't think they will. This is kind of what's gonna matter is this external gap gonna hold or break? So at this point, I would go break even. Actually, I'd go break even when we take this low, right? So that's where I would go break even. So this whole thing is essentially accumulation in all honesty. And we could go like this and project this whole entire thing out. Now, I do wonder if we're delivering from anything here, but it's all good. Bro, I'm in the shorts from 20 free trade now. Hey, there you go. There you go. I'm just tape reading this, and honestly, no, I feel no need to take this. But it very well could play out. Right? All this being L or LR. And then I would go break even at that low. I guess obviously you don't have to, but with this external gap, I would. Does that make sense? Like there's an external gap there. I would definitely go break even here. So I would not go break even yet. We need to run that low because that low, if we are to use that fair value gap, that low will likely get taken. So that's why. And you can see we have a beautiful 15-minute outside bar. Whoa. That is a beautiful 15-minute outside bar. Oh, guys, I forgot to open SB Pro X. Oh my gosh. What am I thinking? I haven't even looked at it. I haven't even looked at SB Pro X once. Beautiful 15-minute outside bar. Beautiful 15-minute outside bar. Wow. Beautiful 15-minute outside bar, 5-minute change in state. You were close to getting stopped out. Where's your stop loss? Beautiful. Guys, this 15-minute outside bar is really nice. I really do think we'll go lower. Especially now that we've kind of... I think this is going to be a lower time frame trade here. So now we've got SMT above all the true opens. When this inverses, this will likely be a really nice alignment of time and price, and we should probably continue to the downside. 24,350, 530. 24,530. Yeah, bro, that's your stop loss is far away. Oh, guys, by the way, there is SMT here. There is SMT here now, so it might end up reversing, right? There is SMT here now, so it might end up reversing. But we'll see. How long you been trading? I've been trading for maybe 24, 30, 30, 32 months, 31 months. I've been trading for 2.5 years. Over 2.5 years now. Okay, guys, so now, yeah, I don't know if anyone took that trade, but now I am really actually concerned for anyone who took that trade, because at this point, now we're getting another bullish SMT and actually holding this initial gap, and this might end up giving us an outside bar back up, which that's not going to work out for shorts if this ends up being an outside bar. But we'll see. We'll see. Once again, we're trading within this weekly gap. And there's a reason I'm not taking anything else right now, because I don't feel the need to. I already took a trade, and I took a good trade. So, but there's definitely things I'm missing here, like the first center for value gap. Like, I always forget. Like, I got to check the first center for value gap. How are we interacting with that? First center for value gap looks like is up here. So take note of that. You never know. If we come back to that, we might not. We'll see. First center for value gap up there. We have bullish SMT here. We have bearish SMT. It's honestly, at this point, it could go either way. And I'm just sitting. I'm just watching. Already took my trade. That Cantina kill shot is so high probability. I mean, that's just my favorite way to go. So I'm very happy with that. But yeah, I'm still trying to read the market here. Gonna get more thoughts together. Yeah, once again, let's kind of get this out of the way, I guess. I don't know why I brought it over, honestly. I meant to do 0 and 1. I did 0 and 0. Whoops. But yeah, you can see it is still playing out, because the 15-minute outside bar. And a big, it's actually still playing out, and a big reason why is the 15-minute outside bar. 15-minute outside bar was super obvious. But dang, I forgot to check SB Pro X. That was a dummy move. Let's see if we had absorption at those highs. And also, it could reverse now. You're back to break even. Nice. And guys, it could reverse now, because this is a gap. I mean, let's be so for real. This is a gap and a new day opening gap. So, it's right into, it's going into the macro. So honestly, guys, I'm gonna be so for real. This might actually just reverse right here. So I probably just get out of that other trade, because at this point, it's like I can just tell, like, we're in this gap. At this point, we've been accumulating above now for so long. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of trying to get through this gap at this point. We're not getting enough displacement. Let's see if there's absorption here. Oh yeah, we're getting crazy absorption right now. So so much absorption here. That looks very, very bullish. Lots and lots of absorption. Right? Lots and lots of absorption. If we getting through that external gap, lol. Yeah, I don't know if we're getting through that external gap. It might reverse here. Right? And then let's go ahead and go back. Oh, you guys can't see my screen. So yeah, let's go back over here. There's a negative 200 candle right there. Negative 200, negative 50. So we are within the macro, guys. We might want to refer to this new day opening gap. We're filling it right now. We just filled this new day opening gap. Oh, let's turn on the PSP indicator. There is a precision swing point there, I think. So this might end up playing out, honestly. Whoops. Where we inverse this to the upside, because now we've efficiently filled this new day opening gap. So if this ends up inversing here, hold on, not yet. If this inversed, not yet. Is that order flow? Yes. So not yet, guys. This is not obvious enough yet. But what I'm saying is this could reverse after now filling this new day opening gap. Okay, so like I said, not yet. Told you, not yet. And it still could be seeking these lows. For me to see that it's not seeking these lows, we likely need to get SMT with the lows here. A 1 minute or a 2 minute precision swing point right here would give us a lot of conviction in longs. Oh yeah, there you go. Bang! This one I would consider taking for real. Ooh. This is gonna play out. Watch this. And then you can go break even here. It's a nice outside bar. It really is. The only problem is there is an external gap here. That's the only problem. I will admit that is maybe an issue, right? But this is an external. This is a 1 minute outside bar here. So I'm gonna just put this in trade callouts just in case. We had absorption at the lows. I feel like there's too much on my chart right now, in all honesty. But yeah, we did have absorption at the lows there. We're getting aggression out of these lows here, so I don't know. I could see it playing out, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Once again, I'm not taking anything else for real because I just feel content with being done. Sometimes you just got to do that. So break even is hit on this, so we'll see. Break even when it just got hit. It still could play out though. I kind of want to clean up the charts a little bit, guys. It's a little messy. Charts are a little messy, guys. So yeah, charts are a little messy here. Once again, here's our 7:30 true session open. Here's our true 90-minute open. This is not relevant anymore. I don't know why that's still there. Here's our true month open. True day opens all the way down there. You're in those longs too? Nice. I got break even on them in my tape read, so. But there might definitely be longs here, right? This is it's a 15-minute gap delivering from this NDOG from 50 days ago. I don't mind this at all. It's a Jake trades it implied gap. So once again, this is not the official version of implied gaps, and I don't care. I like my version. I like ICTs as well, but I feel like I shouldn't have to say that every single time. But I'm just gonna keep saying it, just so people don't think I don't know what an implied gap is. Yeah, so this is very, very nice. Going into the macro here. This whole thing looking like accumulation, looking like relatively equal lows got swept here. We still have that bearish S&T, but these are relatively equal lows. This is really nice in terms of 2022 model. Ooh, this is really nice. Yeah, relatively equal lows. 7:30 true open taken. We got a new, I think a new 90-minute true open here. Uh, 9:50:37. So I should have had this on the chart a while ago. So we do end up using that. Let's get rid of this. $9.50, somewhere within here. So now we're definitely using this. We might just go higher here. I'm trying to get everything set up. Let's turn this off. So it could be AMD to the upside. Was there absorption down there? I'm gonna go check. Still holding on evals. Nice, nice, nice. It definitely could be AMD to the upside here. Definitely could be AMD to the upside. Sorry guys, it's hard to get everything screenshotted and stuff. I think we had a precision swing point right here at 10 a.m. and I think it manipulated the true opens actually. Wait, I think that was the trade right there. I think this is gonna go bring us higher. We had a precision swing point off of right at 10 a.m. and it's an outside bar too. I just now realized that. Hold on. I think this was a precision swing point. Yeah, so we had a precision swing point right there. Bang, that's it. That was manipulating both true opens as well. So all three true opens actually. So nice PSP trade right here. Once again, I couldn't. It's hard to get everything together fast enough, but you can see I did kind of have an idea that this was something that was gonna happen. So nice PSP trade, break even, and then we'll probably go up to these highs here. So there's a precision swing point, also an outside bar. Bang, 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 bang. There you go. Nice PSP trade. Yeah, that. Dang, bro. Yeah, nice PSP trade and outside bar right at 10 a.m. Once again, this was very similar to a Cantina kill shot in the sense that 10 a.m. is going to deliver price to where it wants to go. So, very similar to that idea of Cantina kill shot where we do get this precision swing point right at 10 a.m. and then, well, boom, we just deliver higher. It's also delivering from a low time frame 2022 model, if I had to guess. So, and obviously I would have scaled out, so like TP1 here somewhere, right? Not dumb. I would have scaled out. TP1, TP2, TP3. I don't know. There's a million places to TP, right? And so that would definitely be break even. So we're going to get rid of that now. Very interesting. It was a 2022 model below the true opens. We might end up reusing this precision swing point. It's kind of a mess right now. Why do I still have YM open? Go back. Go away. Once again, this was basically a 20 bang after I got the partial. Nice. There you go. There you go. So this is basically a 2022 model on the 15-second, and it still is. Once again, we still manipulated these equal lows into this implied gap. We might just keep going higher. I don't know. Still could be 2022 model. What an interesting death candle. You know, I kind of want to clean up the chart a little bit again. So let's just do that. Once again, there's just too much going on here. And I want to keep the chart clean. So I just want to see, okay. We have 7:30. Do we have a new 22-minute true open? Let's see. Next one will be 10:13:07. So we don't have it yet, but it's coming. It's coming. 9:50:37. Yeah, so somewhere within here, the true open is in here, and you can see how that makes a lot of sense, right? Right now, we have an order block on the 5-minute. So it seems pretty clear that it's an order block. 5-minute change in state. Is this a 1-hour gap by chance? Interesting looking OB though on the 5-minute. Yeah, I mean, it's a 1-hour gap. Like if we use the volume imbalance to the high, this is most definitely a 1-hour gap. Could not be more obvious. So this could end up being a Phoenix model right here, actually. We're already within this order block. We're below all the true opens. So it might end up being a Phoenix, but we'll see. We will see. We will have to see. Oh, digging deep. Could end up being Dark Phoenix, by the way. Remember that idea where if one asset if we have S&T on into a Phoenix model on one asset, the other asset's still gonna have Phoenix. So yeah, this definitely could be Phoenix model. Oh man, I want to get the screenshot it as soon as possible so it doesn't look like hindsight if it plays out. But I would need to see absorption. I would love to see absorption. Might work, might not work. I don't know. Just an interesting idea. Let's see if there's absorption here. We did get a market seller whale of 23 cons. We're getting more market selling. So, you know, that's somewhat fair this to say, like, this could be Phoenix. right? 2-minute Phoenix model maybe, right? This wouldn't be crazy one if this played out. So this one could be 2-minute Phoenix as well. Just an idea. Check to see if that's a precision swing point. That is a precision swing point with SMT, delivering from the bottom of this New Day opening gap. Below all the true opens. Okay, that is a wow. That is a brilliant trade. So watch this hand of FA here. See if this plays out. Delivering from the filling of this end dog from 50 days ago. Seal of FA, Matt. Seal of FA. Dang, bro. So one thing I really like about this is we do fill this end dog from 50 days ago. So we'll see. Now we might be reutilizing this precision swing point. So at this point, I would just say go break even. I'd go break even at this point. What seal of FA is FA the creator? No, I'm the creator, but I named it after FA. Obviously, it's high risk. Seal of F. So basically, seal of FA is just here. Let me mark this out first. Seal of FA is just basically we'll get a pin bar, and a normal pin bar off of a new day opening gap or a new week opening gap, I refer to it as hand of FA. FA doesn't even use these, so I don't know. But I still named it after him because I'm very grateful FA showed me pin bars. But if it's a pin bar that diverges between correlated assets, so a precision swing point, and it's delivering from a new day opening gap or a new week opening gap, and I call it seal of FA. And so you can see the reason I like this is because we have this new day opening gap from 50 days ago. We fill it perfectly into a 2-minute Phoenix model, and then now we're going higher off of it. So this was a 2-minute precision swing point, and I have an indicator that alerts me for those. So see the line? That means it's a precision swing point. Look at that stop loss. Look at that stop loss. Bang, bang. You could trail some if you want to. Trail. Put a trailing stop in. Right? Because at this point, it's like, let's just see it go up or not. Just tapering at this point. Dang, only 3 watching. Hey, it's all, dude. It's like the most random days where I'll have people watch versus where I don't have people watch. But and like I was thinking, honestly, yeah, that the rest would have got trailed out. I probably would have been aggressively trailing. So, but it is kind of cool, you know. It is kind of cool. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, still could play out, very possibly, right? Honestly, this is kind of a propulsion block, is it not? You guys, oh my gosh, this is a brilliant propulsion block. Yo, we have a OB, we have a PB, we have a low time frame change state delivery. So Dynamis model right here. Dynamis, here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Read this. Tape read this. Tape read this. Tape read this. Wrong direction. Tape read this. Dynamis model right here. Tape read this Dynamis model right here. Tape read this. Tape read this Dynamis model. Tape read that. Sorry, I couldn't get it on the screen fast enough, but tape read that. Dynamis model off the propulsion block there. And I would take this up to this LRLR here. I can't get everything drawn out fast enough. It's literally just not possible for me. That's the main issue I have. Thought. Y'all, okay. Okay, let me show you guys what I was seeing, okay? We have a 1 minute here. By the way, 1 hour for Valigat, first of all. Okay? Ignore this, ignore this, ignore this. Here's an OB, here's a PB, here's a 5-second change in state. Right? OB, PB. I literally cannot draw all this fast enough. Literally can't draw this fast enough. That's my issue. So we've obviously swept out equal lows. We've filled this end dog. We've got SMT. So here's a 1 minute OB, 1 minute PB. Dude, I would I just wish I could like what's it called? Yeah, I don't know. I would love to take it, but I'm not really taking these. Yeah, this is nice. So this is my Dynamis model where basically you take a propulsion block, so order block, propulsion block, then you find a low time frame change in state of delivery off of it. And so you can see that right there. Boom. So that's my Dynamis model. And we're also delivering from a 1 hour gap. Yeah, literally could not draw it out fast enough, but I did call it live. If you were here, you saw. So, dude, finally, I finally tape read a Dynamis live, bro. Finally. So sick. I saw an alert of dodgy indicator. What is the trade? Dodgy indicator. Dude, I don't know. Let me see. You want the dodgy indicator alert? Let's see. I don't know, bro. I trust my own instincts. I don't rely on the dodgy indicator. And obviously it would have scaled. If ES sets new low and NQ doesn't, does this mean that NQ will reverse to the upside? Uh, so, dodgy indicator, I don't know, bro. Maybe like a 1 minute or 2 minute. I don't trust it. I guess dodgy, probably this 2 minute to the downside. I wouldn't take, I don't know, I would not take this. I'm bullish. I see it as AMD to the upside. But yeah, so that's why I mainly just use dodgy indicators to just let me know if there's a stupid obvious inversion, and yeah, that's it. Honestly, we're probably getting Dynamis again. This time reutilizing it here as a 15-second change in state of delivery. So okay, this is gonna be a fun one. Let's see if this plays out. Once again. Oh, where's our true open for the low time frame here? I can't mark everything out fast enough, but this, you could have entered on the wick of this. I literally cannot mark things out fast enough. It's impossible. I honestly, you kind of just have to do it in your head, because if you don't, you will miss the trade. You honestly kind of have to do it in your head. Oh my gosh, bro. Dynamis is playing out again, bro. This is crazy. So there's the wick of the change in state. Boom. Dynamis playing out again. I literally can't draw it out fast enough. The last one I think probably went 4 projections. Okay, 10. Let's find the true open. Let's get this marked out. 10, 13, 0. So we manipulate it right here. Bang. And then we manipulate these true opens as well. And then let's project this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you can see 7 projections rest right at the top of that LRLR there. So this should be pretty nice, honestly. Jeez, bro. So sick. Y'all, I think every day I get a little better at trading. It's crazy. Dynamis playing out again. Oh my gosh. Oh man. We filled this end dog from 50 days ago. I told you guys that was nice. So going up 7 projections. What did I say about the Phoenix model at the low there? You can see that the Phoenix model played out. we might come down and we might actually sweep the liquidity here and then go up one last time. That's possible. Right, this is possible. Literally can't mark stuff out fast enough. It's so annoying. So once again, I would enter on the wick of this change in state here because it's just a long wick, and and I know that it might not come down and use the actual order block, so I would just use that.
What's up, Yakri? How much? $840. Did you really? Yeah. Nice. Good job. That's impressive. Thanks. I think I paid $8.
Sheesh. Dang, bro. Dang. Honestly, I would just take profit there. Dynamis is OP. Oh my gosh. What a cool model. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream. What a crazy day, bro. Oh my gosh. What a crazy day. Dude, I just keep getting better at trading. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really happy. It's great. All right, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. W's in the chat. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. TP. Hit.